It's a cold, windy January night in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In other words, the weather is perfect. We get ready for Aaron Rodgers making his first playoff start since 2021 when he was a Green Bay Packer. C.J. Stroud, 3 years in the National Football League, 3 times in the playoffs. He is getting set to go. We are glad you're with us. Football on a Monday night on ABC, ESPN.
Approaching Steel City.
It's win or go home, and tonight you leave it all on the field.
It starts with us. It ends with us. We don't leave it until we get a W. Whatever it takes.
No huddle, no mercy, no fears. Change speeds, stop of a dime. Spike in the nick of time. Fight when it's on the line. Right now, playoff time. Kick it.
Pressure off the edge and a sack. It's coming off it. Touchdown. Some fun tonight as we welcome you to the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. It is the end of the wild card round. We know the matchups. We know the days for the divisional weekend. We just don't know where you'll find it yet on your television. We'll have that answer for you later tonight. Buffalo and Denver, San Francisco at Seattle, and then on Sunday, the Rams and Chicago. And the winner of this game will take on Drake May and the New England Patriots. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Glad you were with us. We expect a defensive game here tonight. 2 really good defenses going at it. And for the Houston Texans, a team that started 0-3, then 3-5. They go on to win 12 games. They're in the playoffs again. C.J. Stroud has to do his part, but man, this defense has been cooking this season.
Yeah, usually when you come into these games, you talk about the quarterback and all the things that they're doing offensively, and it's not that the Houston Texans haven't done some good things. They certainly have, and C.J. Stroud has had a solid year as well. The biggest thing is they've just had to protect the football, and the reason for that is, as you mentioned, Joe, this defense is smothering. They're as good as there is, arguably the best in all of football. They have 2 edge rushers that are outstanding. They've got 2 cover corners, and there is not a weakness in this group. So for Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've got their hands full, and we fully expect this to be a low-scoring game.
Well, moments ago, their quarterback, C.J. Stroud, stopped by to talk to Laura Rutledge. We go down to the field. Our Taco Bell pregame insight. Laura.
Thank you, Joe. CJ, what have you learned from your playoff appearances the last 2 seasons that you can use tonight?
Yeah, every play matters. You know, it's going to be ups and downs and flows of the game. But, you know, just focus every play, you know, wins the game. But it doesn't just take one play. It takes all of them. So just want to know every play is my mindset and our team's mindset.
What do you have to specifically watch out for with the Steelers D-line?
Just their edges. You know, Highsmith and Watt do a great job burning the edge. So got to just be able to step in the pocket, you know, and deliver the ball on time and get out of my hands as fast as I can.
All right, thank you, CJ.
Thank you. God bless you.
Joe.
All right, Laura, thank you. Let's shift our focus to the Steelers. They won 4 of their last 5 games. They enter hot. 2 of those wins were against the Ravens. 1 last Sunday night on the field right behind us, and that's why they're here as AFC North champs. What do you expect from Aaron Rodgers and company tonight?
Well, they've done a lot of good things. I mean, the playoffs kind of started a week early for them. They had to win that game in order to make this one count, and they've played their best football here over the last 3 to 4 games, and Aaron Rodgers certainly has. They've been able to create some big plays. They've run the ball a lot better. Going to be key again against this Houston defense, and they get DK Metcalf back. and that's a big deal because he's been their big play threat. And this game could very well come down to who is able to make the 1 or 2 big plays that kind of open this game up.
Let's talk more about DK Metcalf and send it down to Lisa Salters.
Joe, DK Metcalf sat at home alone and watched the Steelers fight for their playoff spot last week, praying that the season would not end while he was suspended. He said he yelled at his TV like any fan would, and when Pittsburgh won, Metcalf said he drove downtown to celebrate with his team at the stadium, only to get stuck in post-game traffic and have to turn around and go back home. But DK was back at practice this week, and Mike Tomlin said the time off may be a positive because DK looks fresh and says his body feels good, a rarity really at this time of year. As for tonight's matchup against All-Pro corner Derek Stingley Jr., DK said when it's good on good, it comes down to physicality, coming off the ball with intimidation. That's how you find out, he said, who's better. Joe?
That's why she wins Emmys. The lights go out. She didn't flinch. DK's presence means so much. We get set. Can't wait. You're watching the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. Getting to feel that feeling again in the postseason. We get set for football. Time now to send it to our public address announcer, Larry Richard.
Please rise and welcome our Joint Services Color Guard. As our nation approaches its 250th anniversary, the year 2026 will commemorate 2.5 centuries of freedom, unity, and the founding ideals set forth in the Declaration of Independence. The National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers are proud to stand with the America 250 Commission in honoring this historic milestone and reflecting on the enduring spirit of our country. Now, for the performance of our national anthem, Norrell Simpson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad strife and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
And that kick is no good.
We're AFC North champions, but we didn't come here for that. We came here for what lies ahead.
Texans, Steelers, Monday night.
It's going to be a really great environment. The intensity is going to pick up.
Hey, the night we hunt sounds and safe.
And the importance of every play is going to pick up.
got to relish these moments. This is what we all been waiting for.
It's not going to be here for us. It can't be.
We are living the dream. Monday Night Football.
Where else would you rather be?
And away we go. Welcome to ESPN's NFL Wildcard Game, powered by Verizon. A moment ago, Houston won the toss. They defer, so it's the Steelers' ball to start the night. Naomi Fairbairn will kick it away with Kenneth Gainwell, and Jalen Warren is ready to go. I mentioned earlier it's his first playoff start since 2021. That was a loss in Green Bay to San Francisco. There are the numbers this season for Aaron Rodgers. Missed a game with a fracture in his left wrist. He's making his 22nd career playoff start, a record of 11-10. And obviously his first with the Steelers, and off we go. Taking a look at the Texans season recap. They were the 7th team to make the playoffs after starting 0-3. They won 9 straight games. That's how they roll into this one. Finished the season 12-5, and it's the 3rd straight playoff appearance for Houston, which is a new franchise record. What a job DeMeco Ryans has done through that 0-3 start. They lost C.J. Stroud, a quarterback, for 3 games, out with a concussion. He has been nothing but excellent in guiding his team into the postseason all 3 years. He's been the head man.
No doubt. When you start the year off 0-3, boy, things look dire. And for him to hold it together as the leader of this organization, they got to 3-5, and then, as you mentioned, Joe, they win 9 straight. This team comes into Pittsburgh with a lot of confidence.
They hand off to the rookie Woody Marks. And the 4th-round pick from USC, able to pick up 5 on first down. C.J. Stroud, here is his season. You see those missed 3 games at the bottom. 19 pass touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Since coming back from the concussion on November 30th, 8 touchdowns, 3 picks over 6 games at 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he's done a nice job, and really throughout the year, had to learn a new offense with Nick Caley, and he's picked it up. He'd like to have more contribution than what he's had, but this is a team that wants to run the football.
Just a 22-yard punt. Second possession, Steelers, no score. ESPN's Monday Night Football Wild Card is brought to you by SoFi. Get your money right. Burger King, you rule. And Progressive, get coverage you can count on with home and auto at Progressive.com. 51 years ago today, the Steelers played in their first ever Super Bowl, led by the great Terry Bradshaw. The Steel Curtain defense facing the Vikings. Franco Harris was the game's MVP. 34 rushes, 158 yards. So Art Rooney Sr. and head coach Chuck Noll celebrating a 16-6 win over the Vikings. And Art Rooney II, who has been the majority owner since 2017, is watching from a booth nearby as Rock's career in the playoffs. First points belong to the Steelers. You're watching ESPN's NFL Wildcard Game, powered by Verizon.
Sugar Magnolia blossoms twirling. That's all empty and I don't care. So my baby down by the river, knew she'd have to come up soon for air.
Tip of the cap to the late great Bob Weir, who passed away this past weekend on Saturday, 78 years old. Passed away from underlying lung issues after recently beating cancer. Joined with Jerry Garcia in the mid-60s. Founded the Grateful Dead in 1965. Toured for 30 years for Jerry Garcia's death in 1995, and had been still touring recently with Dead and Company. Great musician, a huge sports fan, and a big-time San Francisco 49ers fan. And T.J. Watt is there to make the tackle. Here's a little more on Woody Marks from Atlanta, Georgia. 4th-round pick, but here he is as the main man, getting the ball on handoffs from C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, he's the guy, and we'll still see a little bit of Nick Chubb, and you know, that's an area there where this offense on short yardage situations, they've struggled for a good part of the year, but Woody Marks does a good job picking it up.
3 and out after they get that turnover. We look at Mike Tomlin and the way it started and the way it's gone. First 4 seasons, 5-2 record in the playoffs, 2 AFC championships, and they won a Super Bowl. But since the last 14 seasons, a 3-9 record, they come into this game having lost 6 straight, and they've gone 8 seasons without a playoff win. And there were fire Tomlin chants as recently as week 13 when the Steelers were losing here to the Bills. Well, I guess as anticipated, a defensive battle here early. We're through 1 quarter. We've seen 3 total points, 8 total first downs. There are the numbers. Take a look at the Steelers defense tonight.
There's a look at Cam Hayward, the play that he was able to make, and they've just been able to put the pressure then on C.J. Stroud. Here was the one where we thought they were going to have a big play down the field. They were thinking it as well, but just did not hold up with protection, and that was a good opening quarter for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome back to ESPN's NFL Wildcard Game, powered by Verizon. 7-3 game Texans ball, and down to Lisa Salter as we go.
Yeah, Joe, Mike Tomlin was not happy with his defense after that 92-yard Texans drive. Before the defensive players even got to the bench, Tomlin was already over there getting into them, telling them, clean it up. Joe.
Let's send it down to Laura.
Well, Joe, we've seen some uncharacteristic mistakes from C.J. Stroud when it comes to ball security. Remember, he hasn't lost a fumble all season. He was practicing snapping with his center, Jake Andrews. They just did a couple snaps on the sideline as you see some of these fumbles, a lot of them resulting from the snap. And just full transparency, C.J. was owning the mistakes, but did want to go over the operation, even moving some guys on the sideline so that he could get full view of his center and make sure they've got that cleaned up. He walked away shaking his head. He knows that these are on him.
Ram, and he has found a home with these Steelers. Don't miss the CFP National Championship game next Monday, January 19th at 7:30 Eastern, ESPN, as Miami takes on Indiana. We'll have pregame coverage all day and have you covered for the game on every platform, TV, radio, digital. So many ways to watch and listen to the biggest college football game of the year. After that gain of 5, third down coming up, and well, we came in expecting a low-scoring game, and that's exactly what we're getting, and we are seeing on display here tonight just how good that Houston defense is.
Yeah, really good, and that's why Aaron Rodgers has been so frustrated. You know, you get the turnover, you're down in there, and be unable to come away with a touchdown and having to settle for a field goal. Just a great job by the Houston Texans defense, and now Mike Tomlin burning that timeout, hoping they can make a stop here on 3rd and short and give Aaron Rodgers one more opportunity possibly for points before the half.
First half of play in this wild card matchup. Let's go down to Laura.
All right, thank you, Joe. D'Amico, you get the ball to start the second half. What do you want to see C.J. Stroud clean up?
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. We just got to protect the ball there. Can't have the turnovers that we had, but our offense just got to keep driving down, get us in striking distance, and go score.
When you've affected Aaron Rodgers, what's worked?
Yeah, our front is getting after it, right? We're playing really good coverage in the back end. The front is relentlessly getting after him. So they keep doing that, keep winning 3rd down to get them off the field. Our guys are playing really good defense. We just got to come and close it out and finish how we know how to finish.
All right, thank you, D'Amico.
Thank you.
Joe.
All right, Laura, thank you. D'Amico Ryans in year number 3, divisional winner, first 2 years, a wild card this year, and a 1-point lead at the half on the road. Frustrating night for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense, thanks in large part to this great Houston's defense. Stay tuned. All-State halftime coming your way next. Tonight's first half highlights are presented by Target. We are glad you're with us. Football on a Monday night. Pitch back to Stroud, looking to air it out, balls out.
Jack Sawyer saves a touchdown.
Wide open, spinning catch. Kirk touchdown. Ball is out again. Watts on it. It belongs to Pittsburgh. At Target, wellness is perfectly picked for you. We welcome you back to ESPN's NFL Wildcard Game, powered by Verizon. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, all lit up, excited to have their Steelers in the postseason, winners of the AFC North, and trailing by 1 point at the half. Texans about to get the ball to start the second half. Aaron Rodgers has been nothing but frustrated since this game started. C.J. Stroud, his offense, they put up over double the yards that the Steelers have so far in this game, but they've turned it over twice, and they lead by just 1. So the Texans will start the second half with the ball. Jalen Knoll waits for the kick from Chris Boswell, and off we go. Who's going to New England for that divisional game next Sunday? Winner of this game will head there. And we will send it down a moment ago. Lisa Salters caught up with Mike Tomlin. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Mike, I know you weren't happy with the Texans' long touchdown drive, but how do you think your defense has responded since?
You know, we're doing a good enough job. Certainly, we're taking the ball away. I'd like to see us have more success on third down, but certainly the same thing can be said for our offense as well. I don't think we're winning enough third downs on either side of the ball to engineer victory fluidly. We got to be better this half.
All right, thank you.
Is able to get back into the ball game. We look at the games next week. We don't know where you will find them on your television, but on Saturday, it'll be the Bills at the Broncos, the 49ers at the Seahawks, Rams and Bears, and the winner of this game at Foxborough against the Patriots. We'll tell you where you can find those games at the end of this broadcast. 14. MSA Safety, located in Cranberry Township, PA, about 20 miles north of here. Global leader in the development and manufacturing of safety products, including these custom wildcard hard hats. Send a case to Aaron Rodgers. He's been under siege tonight by this Texans defense. 7-6 ball game. Steelers ball as we give you a look from our Skycam, brought to you by Intuit TurboTax.
Well, this Texas defense, they brought their hard hats.
Here are your divisional teams. The #1 seeded Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. They had their byes. Rams beat the Panthers. What a game that was. Bears beat the Packers. What a game that was. Bills beat the Jaguars on the strength of Josh Allen. What a game that was. The 49ers beat the Eagles on the road. What a game that was. And then the defense last night for Mike Vrabel, bloody lip and all, sacked Justin Herbert 6 times. And they await the winner of this game here tonight. We'll give you numbers for the Texans defense in a moment. This postseason already, we've had 5 games, 12 lead changes in the fourth quarter, 4 game-winning touchdown drives in the final 3 minutes, 4 comeback wins in the final 3 minutes, all the most in a single postseason all time.
Some great games, as you pointed out, Joe. I will tell you, as much as every team wants to get into the postseason, and that feels good, and there's a sense of accomplishment, when you are exiting in the first round and you do not win a playoff game, it is absolutely demoralizing.
D'Amico Ryans knows about getting after Aaron Rodgers. We can go back to December 7, 2008. And D'Amico Ryans sacked Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter of a Texans 24-21 win at Lambeau. And for D'Amico Ryans, a former 2-time Pro Bowl linebacker, former defensive rookie of the year, good player, really good player, and he's become a terrific head coach.
He sure has. Laura asked him yesterday if he told his team that he sacked him back when he was a player, and he's a pretty humble guy. He said, nah, I didn't mention it to him, but boy, he has done a great job with this team.
I need that.
We welcome you back to Pittsburgh. You're watching ESPN's NFL Wildcard Game, powered by Verizon. We will let you know not only what network work, but what time these games are next weekend. At the end of this broadcast, we know what days. And there is the slate of games. The winner of this game will go take on that young Patriots team led by head coach Mike Vrabel. certainly on the short list for NFL Coach of the Year. Well, Aaron Rodgers is used to waiting. He was lightly recruited out of high school, 1 season at junior college, then 2 at Cal. He slid to the 24th pick in the 2005 draft, backed up Brett Favre for 3 seasons. But it's been worth the wait. 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion, and MVP in his top 5 all-time in pass yards, touchdown passes, #1 all-time in passer rating. It just goes on and on and on. All those years in Green Bay, a couple in New York with the Jets, and now is it one and done here with the Steelers? It seems so.
Coming up on the Nationwide post game, hope to visit with one of the stars on that Texan defense. They've been just fantastic. If we get any definitive answer from Aaron Rodgers about what's next, we'll obviously bring you that as well. Hear from the players and coaches, and we'll look ahead to the divisional round, and we also know what networks will be covering the games and where we will be heading, fellas. Joe and Shore look forward to visiting with you and getting your perspective on this defense. What a show the Texans have put on.
Okay, I'm told it's coming our way. No, it's not yet. This is called a tease. And from Steve Ackles, our producer, Artie Kemner, our director, and our entire production group, that's what we know. There's people on the phone right now figuring it out. Mark Gross and others. Here is Warren. And that's going to do it. It is a 30-6 win for the Houston Texans with a dominating defensive performance. The Steelers are finished, and DeMeco Ryans' Texans are moving on to a date with the New England Patriots. Rodgers' last pass went for a pick 6. And he will salute this defense and members of it, who he had to deal with all night long. In this offense, they were looking for a long run, but this offense proved tonight that they were not capable of going on one here in the 2025-2026 season.
He always used to tell me that. Likewise, brother. Love your game, man.
Mike Tomlin headed into the locker room. Aaron Rodgers. This is it. 5 years from now, he will be a Hall of Famer, joining you and Ken.
It's a tough night. It was going to be a tough night. Anything short of them making it all the way to the Super Bowl and winning that, but not the way that he thought it would end, as far as how this offense played and how dominating this Houston Texas defense was against them.
Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley Jr. absolute stars on the outside at corner for this Texans defense. Patrick Queen there for Pittsburgh. And on and on and on at every level of this defense. We now have the divisional matchups, the times and the networks where you will be able to find them next weekend. The games are Saturday and Sunday. It's the Bills and the Broncos, 4:30 Eastern on CBS. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks at 8 o'clock Eastern on Fox. And then on Sunday, it's these Texans and that defense against Drake May and the New England Patriots at 3 o'clock Eastern on ABC and ESPN. And then it's the Rams and the Bears. It'll be a cold night at Soldier Field at 6:30 Eastern on NBC. So there you go. That is the matchup. Early, late, early, and late on Saturday and Sunday. And we will send it down to Laura Rutledge with Will Anderson. Laura.
All right, thank you, Joe. Will, you get the strip sack, then Sheldon Rankins runs it in. What did you think as the big fella was rumbling toward the end zone?
Yeah, first I got to give all glory to God, man. Thank you, Jesus Christ, man. We have a scripture saying, man, let our light shine before you got that. When people see us play, man, they glorify your name. So just a shout out to Jesus Christ, man. And I told Rankins, I said, Rank, I had a dream you had to scoop and score. But not a scoop and score. I had a dream you had to scoop. But I don't know what's going to happen after that. And the dream came true so bad. But Sheldon's a guy that I'm so happy to have back here. He was a big vet for my rookie year. And to be able to be in the playoffs with him again, man, it's just spectacular.
Apparently, your dreams mean something, right? You can see the future. Let's talk about this defense. And tonight, the way that you smothered Aaron Rodgers and this Steelers offense, what worked?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a heavyweight matchup. And we have a ton of respect for him. Great guy, great player, great running back, great offensive line. And for us, it was not getting frustrated, but any way that we can affect them, batting balls down, getting pressures, getting sacks, taking the ball, stopping the run was really big for us. And it was just everybody executing the fundamentals and being on the job of their detail.
When it comes to next week, you now know that you'll go to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. What do you think about that matchup?
Man, a ton of respect for Drake May and that team, man. Young quarterback, really great team. Ton of respect for them. Can't wait for that matchup.
Congratulations, Will.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Joe.
Yeah, he's a special young man. He's now an All-Pro and a two-time Pro Bowl defensive end. 12 sacks during the regular season and all over Aaron Rodgers here tonight. Fans, get ready for the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games powered by Verizon. Watch the league's top stars face off in an AFC-NFC flag football showdown. Catch all the action on ESPN and Disney XD Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. This has been a presentation of the NFL playoffs on ESPN and ABC. The Monday Night Postgame presented by Nationwide is coming up next here on ESPN. It's the Texans. What a performance tonight. Moving on. Aaron Rodgers, is that it? Time will tell. Time now to send it to Scott Van Pelt.
Joe, thank you very much. Coming up on the Nationwide Postgame and then on SportsCenter over on ESPN, we will visit with one of the stars of this Texan bunch. I imagine it will be one of their defenders, given how well they played tonight. We will be breaking down the games of the divisional round, including this Texan squad heading up to Foxborough, where we will be as well. Also, anything from Aaron Rodgers regarding his future, Mike Tomlin as well. And we have the big man, Stanford Steve, is in the building. The bad beats of the year from college football. That's all on the way just a few minutes from now on ESPN. Texans roll into the divisional round.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.